So I came to Marc Dauer in, I think, maybe November of like '08, because I had some surgery scars in my eyebrows, which still exist, but they're not as evident now because Marc covered them up with eyebrow grafts. Anyway, I came to Marc confident that he would not notice I was also wearing a hairpiece. And I said, well, Dr. Dauer, I wanted to get my eyebrows done. And he's like, he looks at me, he says, your eyebrows? Well, what about that hair hat you have on? I'm like, what hair hat? And he had detected my $1,000 a month toupee, which, you know, that's what I was paying. A good toupee costs $2,000, and you need to get one every 2 months. So it was $1,000 a month I'm paying for this thing. So I thought, surely no one would see it. Leave it to me. So Marc sees it. I'm like, oh, I don't want to go through that arduous thing. It's going to take me, you know, I got to go through surgery, and it's going to take me a year, and then blah, 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 blah. But every journey begins with the first step. So I made an appointment. He indeed did the eyebrow grafts, and obviously he did a hair transplant. And you know what? Honest to God, it was the best thing I ever did. While I was wearing the toupee, which was a good toupee, I remember going on a cruise and I couldn't do any water-associated things. You know, going out in the sun, running, high cardiovascular stuff, that sort of thing where you'd sweat, had just become something I just could no longer do. So after the first hair transplant, it looked pretty darn good. I've had subsequent hair transplants, and now it looks really good. And you know what? In the long run, it's much more inexpensive than the darn hair hat would have been, and a lot less grief. So it's been remarkable. I can't believe I had that much hair hidden in the back of my head that he had to move up front. So from now on, I'm just going to stand on my head. So hopefully my hair will just continue to pour into the center. If I ever have a child, I'm going to raise him upside down so that all the hair from the back of his head stays at the top of his head. I'm just going to raise him in little things where his feet are suspended like Houdini upside down for the rest of his life.
So you can see combing through the hairline, and then we'll come on this side. That's all transplanted hair on the front, entirely transplanted. And then when we even go on this side, entirely transplanted. And the crown now.